Folks, it's Natalie from Red Fox Property Group with a quick market update. Well, buyer demand is showing no signs of slowing. This weekend, we had 23 offers for a great little 2x1 in Dianella, which far surpassed both the sellers and our expectations in terms of the eventual sale price that was received. And we also had really strong interest in our unit in Mount Lawley. A couple of weeks back, we had an amazing result with a 3x1 home in Inglewood on a full 851 square metre block. Interestingly, that home achieved nearly $400,000 more than what the owners were offered off market in December of last year. So that is a huge increase for the sake of 5 or 6 months. Now, in terms of stock levels, they are slowing. So we are seeing a slowdown in the new levels of property coming to market. We've got about 3,311 properties on the market at the moment, and that's a reduction of about 9% or just over 300 homes in the last 4 weeks. So it does look like there will be less property coming to market as we get into those cooler months. That is an opportunity if you're considering selling, because you will be in even less competition than exists at the moment, which means, of course, hopefully better prices, because that buyer demand, as I said before, has not seemed to slow at all. There's been a lot of talk in the press and politics in the last week in relation to the link between immigration and property prices. Now, of course, once that announcement was made by the leader of the opposition in their budget reply, lots of economists and people, got into the swing of doing some research to say, is there in fact a concerted and evident link between immigration rates and the property market, and in particular property price growth? Well, it might surprise you to know that, in fact, there's very little, if any, evidence that corroborates that. What they have found, though, is that there's 3 leading figures or indicators that do contribute to property price growth in Australia. The first is supply. This is the biggest issue that we're facing at the moment, is that there's simply not enough homes being built to keep up with demand. And a lot of that too is local demand, because the size of the number of households, the average household in Australia, is in fact decreasing. So there are more people and there's more pressure on demand for housing outside of immigration just because of reduced household sizes here in Australia. So the first thing is supply. And funnily enough, the reason that that's an issue is because, one, we lack trades, which can only be satisfied by, would you believe, immigration. And the second is, of course, material shortages and cost increases as well. So we need to increase supply to take some pressure off. The second thing is economic performance. Now, Western Australia is performing very strongly. We have got really great economic performance, we've got good wage growth, we've got low unemployment rates. So of course confidence is high, and that is one of the things that fulfills and fuels demand for property in the state, and particularly buyers looking to upgrade. And the third thing is interest rates. Now, even though interest rates have increased, people are not at levels of mortgage distress. So people are still being able to find that they're able to purchase homes, and that is increasing or keeping up the level of demand. And we're seeing that week to week. We are not standing at home opens being inundated by immigrants looking to purchase properties. That demand is being driven by the local market. And nor would be. Typically, immigrants will come in and they'll rent for a few years until they're ready to buy. Is there pressure on the rental market? Yes, but it's the same kind of factors, and supply is another big issue. Now, one of the reasons we're facing a shortage of supply, aside from not building enough homes, is because we've got landlords getting out of the market, and they're getting out of the market because it's finally affordable for them to do so. They've been hanging on to their property for a long while, waiting for the market to recover. Interest rates have increased not just on their investment property, but also on their personal mortgages, and a lot of them just can't afford to hold on any longer. So they're getting out of their homes, but that is being taken up by the local market and demand a lot from first home buyers looking to get out of rentals and into some level of permanent occupancy. So don't believe everything you read or hear. Make sure that you get your facts and make up your own opinions on things. And certainly from where we're sitting and from what we're reading, suspending immigration is not going to be the silver bullet. In fact, it might have other unintended consequences in terms of impacting on supply, which really needs to be resolved. As always, if there's anything that you need help with real estate related here in Perth's Inner North, we are happy to help. Give us a call here at the Red Fox office and we'd be happy to chat whether you are looking to buy or to sell. And if you are considering selling, please consider this time of the year. Supply does get tight. There is still really great buyer demand, and that is fueling some really fantastic prices for property. Look forward to speaking to you soon.